Welcome to another edition of the Sports Check here on GhanaWeb TV with me, Benjamin Saki. Now today we are having an extensive discussion on the state of refereeing in Ghana. We are privileged to have with us someone who has been into refereeing for over 20 years. He's had vast nature of experience when it comes to refereeing. He's been into various competitions such as the CAF Champions League and then other major tournaments, both international and at the local level. He's here to tell us what Ghanaian referees has been in their state and what the FA also plans for them ahead of the 2025-2026 Ghana Premier League season. He is the head of referees at the Ghana Football Association. We are privileged to have with us referee Alex Kotey. You are welcome to GhanaWeb.
Ben, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It's been an exciting journey from your over 20-year experience. Walk us through how you started the journey.
Very interesting. Okay, so I started refereeing in 1988 when I was enrolled into refereeing after going through some examinations and then fitness tests. Okay. In fact, at that time, you have to do that before they would actually engage you or maybe enroll you. So I went through that. I came out successful, and then we went to the lectures. I mean, so you have to go through the 17 laws of the game, and then you write an examination, and then after that, if you pass, then you become a Class 3 referee. And so 1988 it started, and then in 1989, I became a Class 3 referee. The whole thing of refereeing, just started at the time, So, of course, for every human being, I believe that when you want to start up a project, you want to look at the ultimate. Yeah. Okay, so I had the desire to achieve very, very bigger heights. So I set targets, and I told myself that by the time I should finish my refereeing, I should be a FIFA referee and at least go to the World Cup. That was the target, quite an ambitious one. Yeah. But that is how the whole thing started. And so if you set up that target, it means you need to work to attain it. So it was work, a lot of work actually went into it. And so I became a FIFA referee for 8 years. Okay. I managed, though I was not able to achieve the bigger one, which was to go to the World Cup. But I think everything in CAF, everything in Africa, I was able to get there. I mean, I did the CAF under 17 tournament. I did the CAF under 20 tournament. I did the CAF, the biggest one, the AFCON itself. Wow. And then I officiated also in the CAF Champions League to the semi-finals. I mean, wow. I think it was okay. It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. Though I would have wished to have done much better, But if age was not on your side, I came into refereeing when I was 25 years. Okay, so for 20 years, 45, I had to go out. So I bowed out quietly, and then I became an instructor, and that is how it has just, gone. Wow,
that's quite an impressive experience. You talked about the fact that you've been officiating the CAF competition, AFCON, and the CAF Champions League. Let's talk about the AFCON. Okay. How was it? Such a big stage. The whole
In fact, that was in 2008. The one that was hosted here,
in Ghana. Oh, wow.
Here in Ghana, and I did 3 games in all. But because Ghana advanced to the quarterfinals, I had to, also go out, at that time. I mean, that has been the regulations at the time. So if you are in a tournament that your country is also in that tournament, the moment your country advanced, then you have to go out, because of the neutrality sort of thing. Yeah. Okay, and so that have affected it. But even that, CAF still asked me to stay at camp with them, and then we finished the whole tournament before I actually left.
Any lessons from?
Oh yes. I mean, a lot of lessons. I mean, officiating at that high level, it wasn't a very, but because you One have gone through the mill, one have gone through a lot of training, because of course before you would even go to a CAF tournament, CAF would have taken you through a lot of series of trainings to prepare you and a whole lot of things. And so it went well. I remember one game that I officiated. It was I think Senegal, Zambia. Okay, yeah. I mean, it was the third match of the last qualifying games, in the group stages.
Okay.
And it was quite an interesting thing, because at that time, Senegal, I think had won one, lost one, and so the third game was going to be and Zambia has also lost 2 games, and they want to at least try to redeem their image, So, but it ended with Senegal winning, I think 3-1 or something thereabout, So it went quite well, very, very well.
Yeah, you are head of referees there. Walk us through when you were appointed, how the experience has been so far.
Okay, so I think that it was after the normalization.
Okay.
Okay, when the current president, Kotey, won the elections in 2019. So as restructuring, he decided, of course, at that time, before the normalization, we had the referees department there already, because FIFA had written earlier on, I think around 2010, that by 2015, all member associations must have a refereing department. Okay, so I think the first referees manager at the time was the late Elulai, that was during Kwesi era. And so just when Kwesi left, the normalization came in, and then Kotey was also appointed. So in a bid to restructure refereeing, a sort of application or as a sort of advert was made, and so I applied, because I think that I actually also qualified, looking at the qualifications that they brought out there. So I applied, and there was a short list. We went for the interview, and I was appointed thereafter. So when the appointment was made, of course, I went to the FA, I took my appointment letter, then we sat down, we talked. I mean, I told them what I'm bringing on board and what I expect also from them. Because, coming from that normalization, coming from the ANAS expose, there was the need for all of us to look at refereeing again in totality. You understand? And so it was a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work had to be put in place. And that brought about the issue of the Catch Them Young.
Yeah.
Okay, because we felt that looking at the crop of referees that have left the system at the time, we need to start from somewhere. So where do we start from? Okay, so let's go to the grassroots. Let's bring younger boys and girls and see how best they can also come and then help us. And I think that so far, the Catch Them Young project has been successful. It is still work in progress. We have trained a lot, about 2,500, 2,700 of them across the whole country. Some of them were officiating 14 years, 15 years, and they are doing their best, So of course, when Kotey, he also told me what he's expecting and what we all need to do to redeem that image. Okay, and so it went on. Sure.
It went on. So let's talk about the normalization committee, the ANAS expose. We all know the damage that caused to Ghana football.
Sure.
We had referees involved as well.
Yeah.
Are some of those referees still active, or what measures did you put in place to ensure that those referees are?
No. I mean, as far as CAF was concerned, especially the FIFA referees who were involved, of course, you have to leave. And those who were not FIFA referees, it will be very difficult for even you to come back again, because looking at the damage done, I mean, it will not be right for them to come. And so we don't have any of them currently in the system at all. Okay, and so we have to start from the scratch. I mean,
Okay.
go back there, look for some younger referees who were already in the system and try to see how best, we could bring them back. And so I remember there was a course. The first one was during the normalization. We did a course for some few selected, about 350 of them at Sogoga Kope. So when Kate came again, we had to go and do another one at Kaswa, just to get a feel of the people, the referees that we have, So gradually we brought them up, took them through training, took them through some concept, tried to change, take them through some orientation, change of attitude, and a whole lot of things to let them know that, hey, come on, let's forget about the past and let's press on. You understand? And so it has gone on well. We haven't gotten there yet. I mean, for me, I think that refereeing is a process, and so you will not get there until you get there.
Okay, you not get there until you get there.
Yes,
Now
yes.
we'll pause here and take a quick breather. When we come back, you've heard about VAR coming to the Ghana Premier League. It's been quite some time. Soon, how soon is it going to come? You talk about it here. Let's go for the quick breather. We'll be right back. Welcome back from that quick breather. We will continue our conversation with referee Alex Kotey, head of referees at the Ghana Football Association. Mr. Kotey, let's go into the insurance packages and the other package that the GFA announced at the just ended Congress in terms of improving the standards of refereeing in the country. So let's start with the indemnity. Various prices for the referees for a match, and then walk us through that.
Okay, all right. And so what I think was announced at the just ended Congress was a refereeing package, which also included the indemnity as well. Okay, so the indemnity is what people would say the allowance or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So for FIFA referees last year, it was 1,100 per referee per match.
Okay.
And then for the others, it was 1,000 for the Premier League referees. And then it was 750 for the DOL. And then the WPL. The WPL is the Women's Premier League. So we had some few chats with the president for him to look at a possible increase. Because of course, I mean, we all know the current situation of transportation costs, hotel accommodations, and all that, feeding and all that sort of thing. And of course, whatever the referees were taking at the time included their transport, feeding, and accommodation. So we had a chat with him, and well, he did not give us any assurance as to whether he was going to give any, increase. So for us, when I heard of the package, I was like, this was beyond our expectation. Seriously, it was beyond our expectation. Okay. And for FIFA referees to get 2,005 per match, and then other referees are getting 2,000, and then the Division 1,000, and then the women also 1,000. We felt that we have to salute the FA president. And personally, I sent him a WhatsApp message to show our appreciation to him and to let him know that we appreciate all that he has done. But like I always say, refereeing, the cost of refereeing is not only about the indemnity or about the allowances. There are other things that add up to the cost. So for instance, years back, like I told you in 1988 when I was a referee, I have to pay for everything. I have to buy my own uniforms, I have to buy my stockings, I have to buy my boots. The badge, that rag, the Referees Association was giving to us, we have to even pay for it.
Wow.
Okay.
No support from the association. At the time.
Nothing. We pay for everything ourselves. When we are going for courses, we pay ourselves. When we are going for fitness tests, we pay ourselves.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if you are not either on the Division 1 or on the Premier, then it means that you are spending money and there's nothing coming out. And so that was at the time. You understand? Currently, as we speak, the FA president or the current FA is supplying referees with 3 different colors of uniforms. 3. 3. Stockings and everything. They have now added football boots free of charge. Now when you are traveling, STC gives us 50% discount.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
It is part of the package. Now, when we are organizing courses, like we're going to organize the course for the Premier League referees next week or so, it is free. They don't pay 1 cedi. Free. When we are organizing fitness tests for the referees, the only thing they have to do is to pick their bag, take their transport, and come to the venue, come and do the test and go back. We feed them. Free. Wow. Free. You understand?
Wow, yeah.
And so all these components are part of costs on refereeing. You understand? And so people should not just look at, referees, the allowance we give to the referees is not enough. It is not only that. If I tell you how much we are going to spend on the VR, it will surprise you. You see, but all these things are part of measures that the FA is putting in to enhance refereeing. We have given them communication gadgets. They use them. Nothing. Nobody is buying anything. You understand? And so I want to urge, you the media guys, that yes, the allowance of 2005. I know very soon people will begin to say that it is not enough. But we shouldn't just look at just the allowance and say that referees are not well paid or well catered for. You understand? You see, so these are some of the things. I mean, apart from all these, the FA president announced an insurance package.
Yeah.
You understand? For you, your spouse, your children, and even a relative. You understand?
Yeah.
We have never gotten this thing ever in the life of refereeing. You understand? All these things are part of cost on a referee. You see, and so for me, we think that yes, we can talk about their performance when we get to the performance area. We'll talk about it. But when it comes to initiatives, when it comes to investment, when it comes to support to refereeing, I think that, and I want all of us to agree that the current FA has done a lot. Look, apart from all this, we are giving these goddamn young referees that you are seeing. We support them every year with uniforms, with red and yellow cards, with whistles, with flags, every year. Free of charge. You understand? Because these were equipment that hitherto you have to buy. Yeah. You understand? But now the FA says, don't buy, I'll give them to you. You understand? So if the FA is doing all these things for us as referees, the only thing we can do back is to go out there and put up our best performance.
Let me chip in this. Last year, there were complaints of allowances not being paid. The FA came out to make us understand about the lack of sponsorship, and this is contributing to that. This year, are you getting assurance from the FA that these allowances are going to be paid, not just that it's been said that it will be done? Are we going to say it's being done?
You see, one thing I always talk about is that, especially if you are a government worker, you are a public worker, even if your pay delays, it will still come. If it delays, it will still come.
That's,
you understand?
The timing.
We understand the timings and that sort of thing. But if the government tells you that, for this month, for the next 2 months, I'm a little bit hard up, will you stop the work?
You won't stop.
You won't stop. You would try and manage yourself in anticipation of it coming. You understand? Some years back, when we were active referees, you will go for a match, you are paid right there. And the clubs capitalized on that to, as it were, they will tell you that if you don't officiate in my favor, I will not pay you. You understand?
Wow.
That was what was happening. And so at times, you finish with the game, the home club has lost, and he's reluctant to pay you because he has lost. You understand?
Interesting.
You see, so all these things.
This was when?
Oh, I think somewhere in the 80s and the 90s, in the 90s.
Okay.
But no, not now. Now all that you need to do is just to pick your bag and go and officiate, and then when you come, the FA reimburse you.
Okay, so
you understand?
At that time, if a referee goes to officiate a game, it's
the home club.
On the home club
to pay. Yes.
Wow.
You understand? And so they were using all manner of things,
to manipulate
the score lines and stuff like that.
Okay.
So if you are not a strong person, and because you know that it's the home club that is going to pay you, you have to succumb to their pressures.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah.
You see, and all these things went on at a point when Kotey came. In fact, it was Kotey who brought some few changes into the system, and we think that it was good. I mean, even during his time, I think he even tried to get us, a hotel sponsorship where the referee would have to go and lodge in, and then at the end of the day, the FA pays them. And so over the years, presidents in and out have brought in a lot of initiatives, all in the mind of trying to let refereeing have a very peaceful atmosphere to officiate in their games. You understand? But of course, it has not been perfect. Refereeing has not been perfect. So once in a while, you will get some bad notes coming in and going out and that sort of thing. You understand? But for now, we think that with what has been announced, I will not want to say that the payment won't come. It will come. For me, I am very a positive person. You understand? So it will come. I mean, as long as we have had that assurance from the president, as long as the ESCO has given us their word that it will come, it will come.
So the referee is watching us right now.
The assurance is that it will come. So last year president announced that we were going to pay the referees instantly.
Okay.
And my own referee said, "Oh, President, sometimes this money, when it comes in bids, we don't value it." Okay. You understand?
Yeah.
So why don't you do it every four match? You understand?
Okay.
So that when you officiate 2 games in a month, you understand? And then by the 4th week, the money is coming, your 2 matches, if it is 2,000, you think that you can use it to do something.
Okay.
You understand? So now, if a referee is going to be paid 2,005 and he officiates 3 matches in a month, it means it's 7,500, which is much better or higher than somebody's salary.
Yeah,
in fact, it is even higher than my salary.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if you are earning more than me, if you go out there and you misbehave, I'll fire you.
One of the arguments that has come in, criticisms mainly about the officiating the Ghana Premier League. And we know in order to help overcome some of these issues, we need the assistance of the video assistant referee. We see in the other European leagues that it has really transformed the game.
Yeah, sure.
The FA informed us or told us about Ghana wanting to implement it. It's been quite some time. We keep hearing, we are working on it. How soon should we expect the VAR in Ghana?
Ben, VAR is a process. It's not an event. So we started the process somewhere 2021, and we had to halt it. Okay. At the time, we realized that some of our stadia were not up to date. Okay, when it comes to a lot of infrastructures, so we had to put it on hold. So we delayed, anticipating that the club licensing board would put in more effort to ensure that clubs raise the standard of the stadia that we are using. And so it was one of the issues that has to delay. The other thing to have to do with the processes, because this is funding from FIFA.
Yeah.
So if you are going to take anything from FIFA, you have to make sure that you are doing things right.
Yeah.
FIFA will not give you money because you said you want $700,000. Then FIFA, no. You have to make sure that that 700,000 is going to be well accountable to, and then all that sort of thing. So the process went on. Then we halted it. Then when we decided to bring it back again, we had to go back to FIFA again to let them know that we want to start the process all over again. So FIFA came here last year in October, okay, and then we started the process. Then they gave us timelines for us to do certain things, put certain few things into place, and then make sure that we get back to them, and then they will have to come back, and then we start. So the process, like I said, after approval and everything has been given, now we have to do the training. The training alone is going to take us about 2 months. That's 60 days.
Okay.
And the training includes referees, technicians, and operators. Okay. Because the VR is such that you need to get an operator. You need to get a technician. And then you also need the referees to be trained and certified. If you are not a certified referee VR official, you cannot go into the VRO. Okay, so all these things, we have to make sure we do it, finish it for FIFA to certify at least, if for nothing, 8 of our referees. Luckily for us, we have Daniel Aye, who is a certified VR referee already. So we are looking at him as the icon. We are looking at him as the one that is going to lead the whole process of the VR, because he has a vast knowledge and experience in it. So Daniel is going to be our main target, and then we want to make sure that at least we get 9-10 more people in addition to him. You know, VR, apart from the field, or apart from officiating or using VR in games, it also gives our referees an advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, because Daniel, for one, if he's not appointed as a VR, he's appointed as a referee. You understand? And so in Ghana, we have only one. So we are fighting very hard that at least if we can get 3 in addition to him as certified by FIFA and CAF, it means that there's going to be competition on Daniel.
Yeah.
And Daniel will also have to improve. You understand?
Yeah.
So it brings a whole lot of issues of competitions and all that sort of thing. And so these are the reasons why I strongly advocated for the VR.
Okay.
You know, here.
So
yes.
You just enlightened us that the process started since 2021, then 2025.
Yes.
We've been hearing the same process, the same process, but we've not seen, the thing arriving. Look, it's been quite some time. So where exactly have we got into the process?
We started alongside South Africa.
Okay.
South Africa is still struggling to implement it. You understand?
Okay.
Even with all their good stadia,
infrastructure
and everything, you understand? They are still having problems. So yes, so back plus and minus, we are looking at starting the training this year, and then if we are able to get the certification and everything before, let's say, the end of the first round of the league, then we will start implementing it in the second round of the league. That is what we have agreed to do.
Yeah, the ifs. Always it's an if. And it keeps dragging.
Always. You see, because when we start with the training, the FIFA people will go around the various stadia that we are going to use. And so if they come to your stadia or you come to the stadium and it is not compliant to VR, it means your stadium is out.
Yeah.
You understand? And so the club licensing this year are trying to enforce a lot of things. The GPL is our product.
Yeah.
Okay. And we must speak well of the GPL. Seriously.
Okay.
We must speak well. We shouldn't always look at the negatives. The negatives are too much.
And you also come to the administrative aspects where the officials have to do the right thing.
Of course. Yes. Okay. You know, I just told you that. Now a referee is going to earn, if he does 3 matches, he's going to earn more than me. So if you come onto the field of play and you mess up, I'll sack you.
I'll sack you. Okay, so
as simple as that.
You've been in office for a while. How many referees have you sacked?
Oh, my brother, I don't want to mention the numbers.
No.
You see,
okay, we want to go if you sack some referees.
Okay, not about sacking.
Okay.
You know, but there are certain times you need to discipline them.
But none have been sacked yet.
There are certain times you need to suspend referees.
And
the suspension is for reformation.
Yeah.
You understand? So we suspend you. We believe that you will change and then you come. I don't sack referees.
You don't sack referees.
I don't sack referees.
Okay.
I reform. Because for me, it is my work to develop.
Okay.
I don't destroy.
But
you
in
understand?
moments where it becomes repetitive
so
of the referee,
exactly. In moments where it comes like that, then you need to suspend the person.
Permanently. And have you done that yet?
Of course, we have done.
We've done that.
Yeah, we've done.
Okay.
You know? Okay. It is quite difficult to do that.
Yeah.
You understand? But sometimes you realize that this one they have pushed you too much.
Okay.
Then you have to creep small.
Okay, your final words to the public.
Okay, so my final word, we are going to see a very interesting league season, 2025-2026 league season, in all aspects, for both the Premier, the DOL, and then the Women's League, just because of the investment and the support that has been thrown into it. And so we pray that the clubs, when they get the monies, they use the monies wisely. Okay, I don't want to use the word wisely. They use the money for the architects, for the players, for the players, because it's the players who are going to execute whatever their coaches have taught them. You understand? And they should invest in their administrative staff. You understand? They have to invest in them, because for me, if a coach prepares his team very well, the players will give good delivery. When the players give good delivery, the referees would officiate well.
What would be advice to your referees going to the next season?
For my referees, I'll just want to tell them that one, they should learn, because the laws of the game keeps changing every now and then. There are various scenarios. The incident happens. You know, I mean, the Gaga top for instance.
Yeah.
We did some debriefing with the referees after every match. We highlighted some few errors that we found in the games, and so we actually put them on their toes. You understand? So after, let's say, today's game, the next day we do the debriefing, and so those who will be going to the next match, you know, so there was quite an improved performance, you know, match after match after match, and we are going to do same also to the EPL, to the GPPL. Luckily, we have a broadcaster who is coming, and we are asking the broadcaster to make sure that he gives us the videos for every match, so that right after the videos, we can have that debriefing with our referees before the next games actually comes on. Okay, so we are going to put them on their toes. We are going to let them work more. I informed some of them that after every 10 weeks of matches, we are going to conduct the written test. You understand? So if you fail, we'll silence you. We don't sack you. We will silence you and reorganize another test for you.
Okay.
So that when you pass there, you come back. You understand? Just for them to be on their toes. We are going to also monitor them as far as their fitness is also concerned.
Okay.
And then I believe that if they take a lot of lessons well, we will see a very interesting.
You'll see a very interesting. Do you support Talkertainment for a presidential thing? GFA president? Do you support a Talkertainment?
It's up to him to decide.
It's up to him to decide. Okay. Apart from him, generally.
I'm saying that it is up to him to decide.
Not necessarily him.
I
but
do you think I don't have a vote. I don't vote. I don't vote. I am a staff.
So you decided to abstain?
I abstain. Perfect. I have a staff.
So this has been an interesting conversation on the Sports Check. We are here at the Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence with head of referees at the Ghana Football Association, Alex Kotey, who has enlightened us on a lot of issues relating to refereeing in Ghana and the measures that they are putting in place to ensure that the standards of refereeing improves, to ensure that the Ghana Premier League and then other local competitions also gain the traction, like the English Premier League and then other notable European competitions. Thank you for being part of this journey. See you another time. My name is Benjamin Saki.